We're here with Bradley and Liz at the Meeting House Museum. And did I say that wrong? No, that was perfect.
Yeah, the old meeting house. Yeah.
Oh, the old Meeting House Museum.
As opposed to the new meeting house.
Okay. So let's start with the town. Mm-hmm. When was it established?
Yeah, Wilbraham was incorporated in 1763. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And at that time, what did people do here?
You know, from the best of my knowledge, it was mostly agriculture. In fact, for most of its history, it was agricultural. Turkey farming, sheep, right?
Later on, peaches.
Peaches, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I would say it was until 1930s, 40s, 50s, that time that it finally started to get a lot more residential development. So until then, it was mostly agricultural.
And now, what do people do?
You know, it is a bedroom community.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Very much. Although, you know, we do have some fun events. So we used to have the Peach Festival, which was very prominent. Since then, we've kind of shifted towards one of the main events just down the road is the Wilbraham Hill Climb. So they used to test a lot of vehicles going up that hill, which is actually kind of fun. In fact, we just had that event last week. Yes. So much fun. A lot of vintage vehicles, pre-World War II vehicles. It is a hoot. A lot of fun.
This cup was awarded to the Knox Automobile Company as the winner of one of the hill climb competitions held on Munson Road early in this century.
Do you know what the population is?
Yes.
Good.
It is just under 15,000.
So any famous people from this area?
In Adams Cemetery is, you'll see one of the headstones is for, I believe, Samuel Merrick, right? Mm-hmm. Which his death inspired one of the, if not the first American ballad. So if you've ever heard of Springfield Mountain, and there are so many variations of that song.
Friendly Ice Cream was a big ice cream place. So that was a big industry in town. Well, that was Presley Blake, I believe, that started Friendly's. We have a beautiful thing on the turnpike that says Friendly Ice Cream, the Shrubs. There was State Line Potato Chips that was here on Boston Road for a long time. I don't know when, but now they've moved to Canada. J. Lauren Brooks started the Eastern States Exposition, and that is a huge, million people come every year to that. Well, Wilbraham Munson Academy is here. It has a big swath of land that kind of cuts in the middle, about 350 acres. That, I think, was founded in 1805. So that's been here for a long time. It was Wesleyan Academy. They merged with Munson Academy, which was a pretty neat little private school, too. And then they were both primarily male schools. And then in the middle 70s, they started bringing in girls.
The Athenaeum Society of Wilbraham leases this from the town for 1 peppercorn. A year. So the building is owned by the town, and we sort of sometimes have a symbolic gesture of exchanging the 1 peppercorn to continue leasing this building.
Really? So tell us about this building.
Built in 1793, the old meeting house is the oldest Methodist meeting house in New England and remains one of Wilbraham's most significant landmarks. Since 1963, the Athenaeum Society has preserved the old meeting house and Hearst House, which is in the back with a hearse in it, horse-drawn hearse, along with growing collections of artifacts. So I do know in 1830, it was converted into a 2-family.
So 1830.
I think 1830 or 1840, that's when they put the ceiling on because it was all open. And you could look down.
Would have been balcony seating all around here.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
And you can see where the floorboards change up there from where the balcony was. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So then since then it's been a 2-family property until...
And it'll actually be getting an exterior restoration to do some lead abatement and repainting it to give it a nice fresh look. The Historical Commission is a partner commission The Athenaeum Society was it's technically a private society that the town allows to store all the historic artifacts and sort of maintain the premises, while the Historical Commission sort of logs a lot of the historic assets town-wide. So it's kind of a partnership. Primarily, we run events once a month for the town.
Oh, you
to
do?
enjoy.
What kind of events?
Well, this year's exciting. She is our
I'm
program
glad you
director.
So we have the hill climb. The really cute thing, so we're open one Sunday a month from 2 to 4, which is a nice amount of time, 2 to 4. It's not, you can still do your things on Sunday. June, we're having a time in that we're bringing out all the antique wedding dresses, and we're going to bring flowers, and everyone who comes is going to get to make a flower arrangement. July, always our big ice cream social. Friendlies donates little ice cream cups. We have arts and crafts. We have a local painter come and paint. We're having music, live music, family. They're all family friendly, free ice cream. All these are free. The Springfield Witch Trials is in September, and that's kind of cool because a curator from the museum in Springfield, the George Walter Vincent Smith or Elizabeth Knapp, we actually had witch trials in Springfield 40 years before Salem. And she's an expert on that. So she's going to come, and we're encouraging you to dress up in witch costumes or whatever you want. November 8th, people, Barns of... Tell us about that one, because that's cool.
Yeah, there's a preservationist that we got looking at some of the outbuildings here. Outbuildings tend to get discarded, which is kind of sad because there's a lot of interesting history with some of them and the way that they were built. Anyway, he's coming to talk about the whole Connecticut River Valley and how, outbuildings like barns evolved, how they were built, a lot of the vernacular. That's kind of my interest, is materials and methods of building historic buildings like these. And he'll be doing a presentation to help us understand the development of the whole Connecticut River Valley.
And our final event, December 6th, is the Holiday Fest, which is really fun.
Okay, let's go. Let's see this building.
This map is a fun one. I believe it was made in 1917, but it's to represent the way that they parceled out all of the land throughout Wilbraham, which you'll notice is a lot of long, narrow, straight lines.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the plots were just maybe a number of feet wide
Really?
and miles long.
Really?
What?
Wow.
Which is kind of a
Different.
fun...
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
You can play. There's my limit.
Yay!
Wow.